Hello, welcome on myself Kiran. Today we learn about introduction to data mining and data warehousing. First, let us see the introduction. Data mining and data warehousing are two fundamental concepts in the field of data management and analysis. Data mining involves extracting valuable information and patterns from large datasets, enabling businesses and researchers to make informed decisions. That is, data mining is nothing but we will be extracting the useful information or patterns or insights from an data, and we will be using that insights to make the business decisions. Okay, and data warehousing on the other hand is the process of collecting, storing, managing vast amounts of data from various sources in a central repositories. Data warehousing is nothing but we will be collecting huge amount of data and we will be managing that data, and where it will be storing, we will be storing it in central repositories. And the central repositories is designed to support querying and analysis, providing a robust foundation for data mining activities. Let us see the importance of data mining. Informed decision making. They enable organizations to transfer raw data into actionable insights, facilitating strategic and operational decision making. That is, as I told, this data mining, it will be obtaining or extracting useful information from the data. Okay, that will be used to make business decisions. That's the meaning of this. And efficiency and performance. Data warehouse provides a centralized and optimized environment for storing and accessing the data, improving the query performance and efficiency. Since we can store and we can access the data very effectively, and the performance of the system also increases. That's the meaning of this. Competitive advantage. By uncovering the hidden patterns and trends, data mining helps the business to gain competitive edge, optimize the operations, and better understanding of the customer behavior. Okay, so I will give an example. Suppose in a store, lot of products are being sold by one of that company. Okay, lot of products of a particular company is being sold, but one of the product is not used, but one of the product is not sold to the customer, or it is not or the people are not interested about that product. Okay, but with the help of this data mining we can able to find which product is selling most or which product is not sold most. Okay, that is the advantage of this. And let us see what is data mining. Data mining is process of discovering patterns, correlations, and trends within the large datasets by using various techniques and algorithms. Data mining nothing but we will be finding the patterns, correlation, and trends in the datasets by using some techniques and some algorithms. It also involves analyzing the data from different perspectives and summarizing it into useful information. And since the data since we are gaining information from the data, or we are obtaining the insights from the data, this will be used to make the decisions. Okay, and let us see the purpose. Identifying the patterns and relationships, predict the future. We can predict the future. Okay, based on the insights that we get from the data, and support decision making. It will help in decision making and gain insights that can lead better business strategies and outcomes. As I told, suppose if a product is not sold, that product will be in that product can be identified. Okay, once this kind of product is identified, they will be identifying what the reason behind it, why it is not getting sold. Once they can find out why it is not getting sold, they can resolve it, and so that the company sales also increases. That's the reason the business can that's how the business can grow. Okay, and let us see the key techniques in data mining. First is the classification, a technique used to assign items in a data set to predefined categories or classes. That is, we can group the data sets as group A, group B, group C, like that. I simply giving one example. We can visualize it like that. Okay, and example is classifying the mails as spam or non-spam. Okay, it's a classic example. And next one is clustering, grouping a set of objects in such a way that objects in the same group are more similar to each other than in separate groups. Okay, suppose we have images of dogs and cats, we can easily group them as separate groups. We can easily group two separate groups, right? One is dog, another one is cat, based on similarities between the dogs and the cats. Okay, and the customer segmentation based on purchasing behavior. And is a regression, a technique used to predict the continuous value based on relationship between the variables. That is, we will be able to predicting the future based on the present values. Okay, and association, discovering interesting relationship or association between the variables in large data sets. That is, we are finding a relationship between the data sets or the data in the data sets. Okay, and market basket analysis to identify products frequently brought together. And what is data warehousing? Data warehousing is a process of collecting, storing, managing the large volumes of data from various sources in central repositories. The meaning of this is we will be collecting large amount of data and we will be managing it, and where we will be storing it? We will be storing it in a centralized repository. Okay, and this repository is designed to support querying and reporting and data analysis. The advantage of the central repositories is we will be able to retrieve the data. Okay, we will be able to manipulate the data. We will be able to delete the data, and we can even perform data analysis also. Okay, and facilitating extraction of meaningful insights from the data, and we can even find the meaningful insights from the data. Okay, and let us see the purpose. Perform efficient and complex queries on large data sets. That is, as I told, query is nothing but we will be writing we'll be able to write a few lines of code or the queries, that is the questions, thereby we will be retrieving the data, okay, and ensure data consistency quality across the organization. That is, data is consistent means there is no redundancy, and once the data consistency is more, the data quality is also more, okay, and support historic data analysis and trend identification. We can able to identify the trend in the data, okay, as we have a lot of data like historic data till the present data. We will be having the historic data till the present data. We can able to identify the changes, how the data was in the historic period and how the data in the present period, okay, and facilitate better decision making through comprehensive data analysis. Since we can perform data analysis also on the data in the data warehouse, we can able to make decisions, okay, as we get the meaningful insights. And let us see the components. ELT process. E stands for extract, T stands for transform, and L stands for load. Extract means nothing but collecting the data from various sources, okay, and transform means nothing but we'll be cleaning the data so that we can able to perform some activities, or we'll be standardizing the data according to some of the format, okay, and loading the transformed data into data warehouse for storage and analysis. That is, whatsoever the data is which is cleaned, we will be loading that in the data warehouse, okay. And data storage, centralized data storage where all integrated data is kept. It is optimized for query performance and designed to handle large volumes of data. Once the data is ready, we will be centralized data is stored in a centralized data storage so that we can perform query operations, and it can handle even large amount of data. That's the use of this centralized data storage. And metadata is nothing but data about data, okay, or information about the data. I will give one simple example. Image is also one data, right? And if you take one image in a mobile, and you can see the details, what is the size, what is the format, that is what is the type of the image, that is JPG, PNG, and when it was taken, at what date it was taken, okay. Those things are information about the image, okay. That information about the image is called metadata. That is data about the data, okay. Data about the data. Metadata includes information about the source, usage, and structure of the data stored in the warehouse. That is, it will be the data which is stored. We will be having the information about the source, okay, source from which the data is obtained. That is also metadata. Schema definitions, example, schema definition, data linked data dictionaries. Data marts, subsets of data warehouse that focus on specific business areas or departments, providing more specialized data access. That is, these are used mainly by the businesses, and so that they can boost up their business, okay. And this type of data marts only contain data about specific things or specific field, okay. And sales example is sales data mart for analyzing sales performance. And integration of data mining and data warehousing. First one is data collection. We will be collecting data from multiple sources. As next step is ELT process. As I told, E stands for extract, T stands for transform, and L stands for load. We will be extracting the data from various sources, and we will be cleaning the data, and we will be transferring or loading the data into data warehouse. Data storage. Data is stored in data warehouse, organized in a way that supports efficient querying and data analysis. Data is not simply stored randomly, okay, in data warehouse. Data is structured or organized so that we can able to perform query operations, and we can perform data analysis also, okay. And data integration. Data from different sources is integrated and consolidated into a single repository, ensuring consistency and completeness. Data access. Users can access the data warehouse using BI tools, SQL queries, reporting tools to retrieve data needed for analysis. As I told, we can access the data. How we can access? By writing the SQL queries, okay. And data mining. Data mining, once the data is stored, we can perform a lot of operations, okay. And data mining techniques are applied to the data retrieved from the data warehouse to discover patterns, correlations, and trends, okay. As I told, once the data is available in data warehouse, we can perform a lot of activities to get the insights from the data. And insights and reporting. Insights gained from the data mining are presented through reports, dashboard, and visualizations, okay. Whatsoever the information or the insights that we get from the data, that can be visually depicted, okay, to the people so that they can easily understand, or that can be reported, okay. We can prepare report on the insight about the data, or we can use the dashboards to tell the people what we have found out from the data. And these insights are used to support business decision and strategic planning. As I told, once we get the insights, it will be very useful as it supports business or it boosts up the business, okay. And it also help in decision making, and it also in strategic planning, okay. And next one is a feedback list. The insights that came from the data mining are used to refine and enhance the data warehouse process, ensuring continuous improvement and accuracy. And last was a conclusion. Data mining is nothing but we'll be extracting useful insights from the data. That's the meaning of the data mining. And once we get the meaningful insights, we will be making the decision, okay. Data warehouse is nothing but in a centralized data storage, we'll be storing huge amount of data so that we can perform query operations, and we can able to make some decisions out of the information that we get from the data, okay. And integration, it combines the strength to enhance data analysis and business intelligence, okay. as we get the insights, once we perform data analysis, we'll be getting information. Right? That information is used to boost up the business. That's the meaning of this integration. Components, as I told, key components like ETL, data storage, metadata, and access tools. Okay. Techniques, data mining techniques are, as I told, classification, clustering, regression, and association. Okay. I think you enjoyed the session. If you have any doubts, feel free to the comments in the comment section. I will be there to assist you. Thank you. Have a nice day.